Today on Singles Court, Anna walked after Luis attended his ex's farewell fete.
Stumbles into bed. He smells like a
brewery.
Now things have come to a head.
And a condom was missing.
The what?
And it's safe to say that Anna's not tickled by Luis's tricks.
You have to trust me. I didn't do anything like that.
And Andrew's a former jerky boy who wants to rekindle a friendship with his ex.
I slept with Jane when I was with Nola.
Is Andy Randy? Or is he just trying to make amends?
He kissed me on my neck.
I kissed her. See that?
No, but he knows about my neck.
That was just an impulse. We had beef.
No.
Hello and welcome to Singles Court. This is the place where singles come to work out relationship problems that they couldn't fix on their own. And who better to help them than a woman who is an author, lecturer, she even owned and ran her own dating service. She is relationship expert Angela Siegel.
Hi, David.
Hello, Angela.
I couldn't think of a better jacket to wear. You know, it's a jungle out there, you know, the whole...
So you went out and found a giraffe. That's excellent.
That's right. You know, if the trees get taller, the neck gets longer.
That's right.
That's
you
right.
got it. All right, Angela. Meet Luis and Anna. Luis is a used car dealer and Anna's a seamstress. Luis says he only attended a farewell party for his ex-girlfriend because Anna said it would be okay. So why did she move out the next day? He wants an explanation. She says she'll never trust him again. I call it the case of party on and I'm gone.
Anna, you just left? No explanation? Just left?
Well, he left me no choice, really.
What did I do?
What do you mean, what did you do?
You haven't explained it. You just left.
Well, let's back up to the relationship. Now, he went to a farewell party for
his ex, Sally. Sally calls us all the time, night and day, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. It really doesn't matter.
The two of you live together?
Yes, we've been dating
together for a year.
Yes, and we've been living together for 3 months because, you know, we're going to start a family one day, or at least I thought we were going to start a family one day.
Look, I was going to propose to her next month. I was saving for the ring, but she left. And I can't figure out why. Look, it took a lot of work to bring her here.
At any rate,
her
Sally,
mother wouldn't speak to me. Her sister wouldn't speak to me. I had to speak to her brother to get her to come here.
And I'm here, aren't I?
Okay, so let's do something about it. Now, as far as the relationship between the two of you was fine, but then there was this party. But you didn't have a problem with him going to the party, right?
What was I going to say? No, you can't. He's an adult. But she calls all the time. It's like it's not really over.
Look, Angela, I love Anna very much.
Well, why does Sally call you all the time? Why do you still have that relationship?
I feel obligated. You know, she's having a tough time making
He doesn't feel obligated to me. You don't feel obligated to me. But
I do. I really do.
Why don't you tell her to stop calling?
Well, let's go back to the situation where, okay, now, so this Sally is basically in between the two of you. But he still went to the farewell party. Was she leaving?
To the party?
She's leaving to work on another city. She got a job.
Well, that's a good thing. Then you should have been happy.
I was doing
a little dance. She invited her as well to go to the party.
Well, how come you didn't go?
Why am I going? It's his friend.
But yeah, but you were invited as well. So
she did. I mean, that is the right thing. You were invited. You chose not to go. Okay. Okay. So now it's bon voyage, which is happy. You should be glad.
I should be glad, but Mr. Party Boy over here was out for like.
Well, look, I felt all right to go because she said, go, it's fine.
Okay,
it's fine for me, so I felt good. I must admit, we did drink a lot of margaritas. You know, we had a lot of friends there. There was a lot of people there.
Okay. So it wasn't the two of you alone?
No. We had a great time. We had a great time, but unfortunately I arrived late. I arrived really late, and I was drunk, and I'm sorry about that. Look, I never done it before.
What happened at the party that made you so upset?
I'm waiting for him. It's 1 o'clock, then 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Finally he shows up. Stumbles into bed. He smells like a brewery. And anyway, I got up.
So you got home at 4 in the morning?
I got up 4 in the morning. I'm sorry. Look, I apologize. I never do it again. I never got drunk before. I did it this time. I'm sorry.
You've never been drunk before. Is that what you're saying? Never been drunk?
Not with her, no.
Oh, that's baloney.
Yes, I haven't.
Oh, well, you're not mad because he was drunk anyway.
No,
right?
I'm not.
Okay. So he stumbles in the bed and
He stumbles into bed.
So you're mad because he stayed out late, or you're mad? I guess I'm missing.
Look, I don't know. I got up the next day, and she'd gone. I woke up at noon, and she left me a note that, like, she's left. And I don't know.
I got up, and I went into the living room, and his clothes were just, they were everywhere.
Look, I took my clothes off out there. I didn't want to wake you up.
I picked up his shirt, and I picked up his pants, and then his wallet was there, and it was open, and the
what?
And the condom was missing.
The what?
The condom.
You went through my wallet?
It's a legendary condom.
What do you mean the condom was gone?
The condom that you've been carrying for years.
You've been looking into my wallet to see if my condom was there all the time?
Does he have like a memento condom?
He showed me. He's had this condom in his wallet.
I can't believe it.
You showed it to me when we first started going out.
So you've been looking through my wallet every time?
No.
Wait a minute. I'm missing something. The condom was
condom,
missing.
it's been in there so long, it left an outline in the side of his wallet, and
You've been looking into my wallet all the time?
I've been looking into your wallet.
So let's back up, because I'm still, like, very confused. The condom was missing.
It was missing, and if it was missing, then he's obviously used it to have one final fling with that stupid...
I did not.
Why?
You have to trust me. You have to trust me. I didn't do anything like that.
So where is
it? Here's my question to you. I mean, come on, you have to be realistic, Anna. Let's say, for the sake of argument, the condom was missing. You said it was in there so long that it had a print in the wallet.
That's right.
I would hope that he would have enough sense not to use something that old.
Well, apparently he didn't. And if it wasn't with Sally, then it was with someone else.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Well, I mean, look, Louis, I mean, you could see her being upset. I don't agree with you, though. I mean, you jumped to conclusions and never asked him.
When we got into this relationship,
if she'd asked me, I would have told her.
You know what? I've been cheated on before, and it's not going to happen again.
So have I.
You know about my
But I love you. I love you.
Angela has a great idea here.
This is where you ask him, gee, what happened to the condom? You didn't think about that, did you?
Look, we were sitting in the kitchen, all of us, and
who?
The friends. We're friends and Sally, and we were doing party tricks. So we placed a bet on who would come up with the best party trick.
Oh, that was a real good trick.
It really was. Look, I won the bet actually with my trick.
What did you do with your trick?
Yeah, what did you do?
And the condom?
What kind of trick could you possibly do without a condom?
It's a very silly trick. Look, it's embarrassing.
What did you do? You didn't do Sally. What did you do? Did you?
No. It's a trick. It's a party
that's not a trick.
It's a very party trick.
Maybe you did Doreen instead.
No, it's a party trick that you do. Well, you use the condom with.
Okay,
so what did you do?
So what did you do?
Well, I don't have a condom to show you.
That's
I've actually got some condoms over here.
It's a really.
I usually keep them behind the control panel. Well, I keep them over here just in case. You never know. You got to be safe.
David.
Listen, I've got several.
What has happened?
Yellow, green,
What has happened
white.
to my forum here?
Trusty one right there. I'm sorry.
Right, look.
I'm keeping it safe.
It's like this. You see, you just open it up.
And they said sideshow is
you
dead.
Unroll it.
We've got it right here.
P.T. Barnum would love you.
So far, it's normal, sort of.
Oh my, this is embarrassing.
Yeah,
Put your
you're
hands
telling me.
in.
Okay, he's got
slightly.
Both hands.
Like this. A little bit like this.
Okay.
All right.
So far, so good. Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, that's the perfect size for me right there, I'll tell you. That's fantastic. Okay, there it is.
He's got way too much time on his hands. I'll be back with my resolution. You know, jumping to conclusions is like jumping off a cliff. There's nowhere to go but down. In this case, Anna, you could have solved this little silly dispute by yourself. It just was really simple. Ask him. You chose not to do that. You just left. You know, Luis, you knew that Anna had an issue with Sally and the whole interference issue. And really, you could have gone to the party and come home earlier. You could have limited your alcohol consumption so that there wouldn't, just to keep the peace, because you knew she had an issue with the fact that Sally called all the time and it made her feel uncomfortable. So sometimes, just to keep the peace, it's easier to just come home at a better hour and make sure that you are able to let her know that your love is for her, because you knew that she had an issue with that and you didn't do that. You know, in a relationship, it's your responsibility to communicate your feelings. He doesn't need a crystal ball to see what it is that you're feeling, and even if he had one, he wouldn't know. That's your responsibility, and that didn't happen. You know, when you look at the two of you and the fact that you do love each other, it shouldn't even have been hard for you to communicate with him and tell him how you felt. You also could have communicated better the fact that you really didn't like Sally Collin. You really weren't, you really were not accepting the fact that she was interfering with your relationship. And I don't think you put your foot down enough to let him know your true feelings. What I would say to you that as you move on from this point, look at situations like this and say, if we talk to each other, we'll be able to see how each of us feel and respect those feelings. When it came to the party, you should have gone with him. You should have absolutely just taken your little behind right there with him, held onto his hand and walked right into that party with him. Because you know what? If you'd have been there, then just think he might have used his head to make better decisions instead of using his head as a condom post. And that's that, the final word.
Next on Singles Court, Andrew's a former jerky boy who wants to rekindle a friendship with his ex.
I slept with Jane when I was with Nola.
Is Andy Randy, or is he just trying to make amends?
Yeah, what is it about
everybody has a special place that gets them rocking. He knows. He knows.
Welcome back to Singles Court. I'm David Knight. We're back with two more singles who have a relationship problem that needs some help. And who better to help them than the woman with the final word, relationship expert Angela Siegel.
Tell you, David, I think that last case set back Planned Parenthood at least 20 years.
I would say so. I would say so.
There's a reason they hand out free condoms. It's not to put on your head.
I wouldn't try that at home, is what I'm saying.
Scary.
Angela, meet Nola and Andrew. Nola is an interior decorator and Andrew is in sales. They had a 2-year affair that ended badly, mostly because Andrew was a self-admitted cheat and jerk. Now he has a new partner named Jane who has insisted that Andrew meet with Nola to clear the air. So they've met once, then again, and again. Nola is uncomfortable with these platonic encounters. Andrew claims it's therapeutic. It's the case of kiss and wake up.
Well, Angela, it gets back to the age-old question, can men and women be friends? And I believe that men and women can be friends.
Men could be friends with me, but he's not a man. He's a low-down, dirty, cheat, non-committal liar.
I'm not a non-committal.
Like he wants to be your friend to me.
I admit, like I said to her, I admit that I was a jerk when I was with her. A few times, I forgot that we had dates and I didn't pick her up.
A few times, this was consistent.
Come on, it was about 3 times.
You said you'd pick me up at 8 and you would get there at 9:30, 10 o'clock.
The time when we went to Shelly's party, I was parked right outside. You just didn't see the car. And the fact of the matter is, look, I was a jerk.
That's a good one.
But now I'm with a new woman. Jane, I slept with Jane when I was with Nola. Because when I was with Nola, I was a kid. I wasn't mature.
It was a year ago.
I was going to say,
a year ago.
Look,
you didn't grow that much.
You can grow a lot in a year.
Well, you didn't.
You know what? And maybe,
you know what? 6 months old.
Let me not even take the credit for that. Jane should take the credit for that. The woman that I'm with now, I'm very committed to, and she's a very enlightened woman. She has asked me to go and make amends for all the things that I've done, and I was a jerk to Nola. I was a jerk to Nola.
But she's not accepting it.
And that's the thing, she's not accepting it. I'm trying to tell her that if she can forgive me and we can get past this.
She doesn't have to forgive you.
I don't.
Let me just explain something to you. Forgiveness, you ask for it, but no one owes it to you. They get to decide whether they want to do it or not.
That if she can, everybody needs to be able to have the capacity to forgive, because if they can actually forgive, they can get past it.
Even capacity to forgive.
So what? You can't forgive me. I am totally.
No, excuse me. I was happy that you called and asked me out. Okay?
Nola.
I wanted to talk to him. Okay?
Why?
Because I don't know, I still had some feelings. I thought, well, maybe, he said he was changing. Could he meet me for coffee? I said, okay, I was open. I mean, I only dated, I wasn't in a relationship.
Okay.
He didn't tell me that he was calling me up because his girlfriend Jane asked him to.
Okay, but then you found that out after you went.
I found that out at the end.
So how did you feel about that?
I mean, I was disappointed. I had some expectations, I will admit that. Okay. But I mean, it's been 8 months. I was doing good. So I said, fine, we can be friends. But then
we can be friends.
No, we cannot be friends. I met him at a bar. I mean, I didn't meet him at a bar. We ran into each other at a bar. Okay, we've been drinking.
Okay.
He kissed me on my neck.
I kissed her. See that?
No, but he knows about my neck.
That was just an impulse. We had been drinking, and
an impulse is a cheek.
I wanted to make amends, like I said to you. I wanted to be.
Neck. No, you know that that's the neck.
Yeah, what is it about your neck? Is what we're wondering.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it about your neck?
Everybody has a special place that gets them rocking. He knows. He knows. You did it on purpose.
I didn't remember that.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
I kissed her on the neck.
In the growing up process, he forgot
you know
a few
what it
things
takes
while he
to
was
kiss
growing
me
up.
on the neck? He has to remove my hair, bend down. He has to go through some calisthenics.
The fact of the matter is, all I want to do is get forgiveness from you because I know that I have been a jerk.
Andrew, here's the part you keep missing. She gets to choose whether she wants to forgive you or not. So if Jane, the woman that you say you're involved with, has asked you to do it, you've done that much, why can't you just leave her alone now?
Because I don't believe she has forgiven me yet.
She
I don't
have
believe
to forgive me. You wicked woman.
If I love Jane, I want to marry Jane, and Jane will not go forward with me unless you will forgive me.
Forget about my forgiveness. Go be with your woman.
Andrew, which word didn't you understand? I told you, she told you. She doesn't forgive you. Why can't you just go be with Jane?
Because I need her to forgive me to feel better for myself.
But she doesn't want to.
She has to.
I don't have to. And if I do forgive you, it'll be in my own time. Just go and make your babies with Jane and forget about whether I forgive you or not. If you're truly sorry, you can be free of heart and go do that.
She's right.
The fact of the matter is, Jane will not go forward with me
in
a relationship unless you find it in your heart to forgive me.
Use me to get your relationship going.
If it's going to take me a time to, if we have to go out for a few times and it's going to take some time for you to forgive me, then
Andrew, the part that I'm missing, because I agree with Nola. I mean, I'm all the way over here on this side. Because it's ridiculous that you would just keep hounding her to forgive you when she's not willing to do so.
Angela, I called Jane. I called Jane. I spoke with Jane.
Why'd you do that?
Because, I mean, I wanted to find out who this Mother Teresa was that was so willing for her boyfriend to come make amends with his ex-girlfriend. Okay. I just want to know one thing. You're committed to Jane, right?
I'm committed to Jane.
All you want is friendship from me.
That's right.
You're going to go marry this woman. You're going to leave me alone, right? Because I got her number. I given it to David, Jane's number. So let's all three, all four, all five of us get into this thing.
Boy. It's a party, and I didn't even know.
Just
Andrew,
on it.
you don't look too happy.
Okay, we've got her on the line here.
Jane?
Yes, hi.
Hi. What seems to be the deal here with your boyfriend and the fact that you want him to get forgiveness from Nola? I mean, that's odd.
I have no idea what's going on. I am not Andrew's girlfriend. I'm his office colleague. I have never slept with him. I don't even like him. And I'm astounded to hear how I'm being implicated in all this. I think Andrew is a complete jerk. And I am very angry.
You're angry.
Boy, Andrew, you busted, boy.
Oh, you've changed.
And in my career as a salesman, Angela,
you're not a good one. You are not a good one.
In sales meetings, I'm constantly my whole life.
Andrew, help me to understand, because you know what? Right now, you're about as busted as
I'm trying to say to you, in my career as a salesman,
You're a liar?
I'm an expert of getting people to change no's into yeses.
No,
and sometimes I have to come up with elaborate ruses just to get her. And she would never.
A customer.
She would have never.
Not a customer.
She never would have seen me if I didn't make up this story. And the fact of the matter is, she knows, and you admit that you had feelings for me.
You don't know whether I would have seen you or not.
I don't understand.
If you were honest for once in your life.
You know what? I admit I wasn't honest. I admit, Angela, that I wasn't honest about how this whole thing got together. But the fact of the matter is, the truth is that I love her, and that's why I had to do this whole game and stuff like that. And that's why I'm sorry.
Your love? Pretend you're in a relationship with another woman.
I know you, Nola. You would not ever be with me if I couldn't.
I'm not going to be with you. I will never be with you.
Good idea. Good idea. You know what? That's a sale.
Dirty dog.
You just made a sale, Andrew.
I'm sorry.
Bring the register. I'm going to resolution.
You're not sorry. You're not sorry. You're not sorry.
The web of deception is always a trap. Andrew, you're busted. Simple as that. You got busted. You know, you keep saying, I'm a salesman, I'm a salesman. You're not a salesman, you're a liar. And they're not synonymous. A good salesperson doesn't lie to make the sale. A good salesperson presents value, and therefore the person wants it. So you're a liar. You know, you're not about the relationship, you're about the conquest. You like the chase. And when you had her as a girlfriend, you disrespected her because the thrill was gone. You know, Nola, he's bad news. I don't have to tell you that. You need to run as fast from him as fast as your little legs will carry you, because there's not even a reason to have a friendship with him. because he wants you to believe that because he went through this effort that means he cares about you. It doesn't mean anything. That's part of the conquest. It's what he enjoys. You take him for what he is, not for what he says he is. Take him for what you see. You know, when schemes and plots become part of a relationship, usually it's not long before you see the final curtain call. Andrew, this is not a play you're directing. These are people's lives. There are feelings involved. There are other things that you have to consider besides your own conquest. And the fact that you think when you get up in the morning and turn on the light, it's daylight. That's not true. That's not the way it works. You know, when you look at the fact that you had someone who did care about you, you didn't play your cards right. So say goodbye. Leave her alone. You know, she doesn't want you. She does not have to accept your apology. She can go her merry way and you can go yours. And I promise you, the next time you ring the register, maybe you'll think a little bit harder about the customer that you're trying to sell. And that's that, the final word.
You know, I've always heard no glove, no love. Well, now I'd say I'm ready for love. I think I'll start by giving Nola a kiss on the neck. You've been watching Singles Court, the final word for singles.